Yeah, rolling up to the frat house and we about to rock it. Get them ladies on the dance floor, about to drop it. Once the music starts, we ain't never gonna stop it. Listen real close, man, all you hear is gossip. All you hear is gossip. Man, all I hear is gossip. Let's go. Shit's talking gossip. Yo, I heard that Trevor couldn't fit into a Magnum. Got Becky pregnant cause it broke during action. Dropping out now was a football captain. Working at Subway, what the fuck happened? Annie and a push-up bra looking fantastic. Heard they're both fake, man, chest full of plastic. Always in trouble for a lack of wearing fabric. Got the boys staring at a schoolgirl caption. Stacy's like a tutor cause she loves giving brain. Timmy's had the hung with his third leg gang. Joe's an alcoholic addicted to Bombay. Wait, Kelly gave Dave an STD in 9th grade. Katie likes to dance and they say her ass will not quit. Once you get her going, man, I heard that she can't stop it. Ricky hit it from the back, said he kinda pop quick. This is all the shit I hear, man, call it gossip. That's right, call it gossip. I hear these people fucking talking, man, all I hear is gossip. Damn, this shit is fucking gossip. Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go, gossip. Jason's falling down after drinking several Mickeys. Kevin's got a whole neck full of Jenny's hickeys. What's in all her hair and why is it so sticky? When they all hooked up, David, Tess, and Nikki. Make a small town girl, welcome to the big city. She a nice country girl and she looking real pretty. Get her to the bedroom to get busy. Yeah, little did you know, damn, this girl's filthy. And we're getting hella fucked up, talking about who knows what. Talking shit and getting lit while filling up my red cup. Jackie's got a nice butt, heard she likes to try stuff. Telling lies to pass the time, we're never gonna shut up. Eddie's still a virgin even though he says he lost it. David says he wants a threesome with 2 hot chicks. Kelly says she's down, if he wants it then he got it. This is all the shit I hear, man, call it gossip. Man, I hear it gossip. Okay, yeah, all you hear is gossip. Yeah, gossip. Yeah, let's go, let's go. Yo, Manny in the basement, hooking up with Jason. Always has another guy in the rotation. All this temptation, bed's never vacant. Now I hear the Mormons are in an engagement. This shit is crazy, heard about Daisy. Lost 50 pounds, now she's looking amazing. Whoa, baby, double D's aim. Me flashing all the boys, now she got them all chasing. You got Jessica, she looking real buzzed. Hooking up in the back of her boy's truck. You got Erica, she looking real drunk. Straight A student, now she looking starstruck. It's the last verse, but you know we'll never stop it. Love it too much, man, always wanna talk shit. Ladies all around, keep it going, they will not quit. This is all the shit I hear, man, call it gossip. Yeah, so what? Getting lit like we Will Sparks. And we coming up like the modern day Mozart. Yeah, we getting lucky with the ladies like we're Daft Punk. This is how we party, rehab, it's a slam dunk. And we hear you G-Eazy, man, this shit ain't fucking random. Oops, not a DJ, but that motherfucker's handsome. About to be Darude and turn this beat into a sandstorm. About to switch it up and make this motherfucker transform. Transform, 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 transform. Straight out of the 949 OC. Yeah, you can't stop this show. It's fucking chronic, yo. It's fucking toxic like an alcoholic logic flow. It's catastrophic like a psychotic erotico. Cause even though I wanna quit her, man, she kinda dope. I gotta go. I never slow down, everybody knows now. We the best to throw down, parties in the SoCal. We getting so loud, party with the whole crowd. Kick the haters all out, take making our way up and down. Focus, never slow down, put my shit out in the open, so you know now, everybody's taking notice, there they go now, yeah, welcome to my show, bitch, this my hometown, I'ma get it right.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, day 5 of the Blitz Events Community's Blitz Pro League, the 3rd series this evening. My God, am I tired. I'm going to have to stop counting HP pools. The quick maths, not my friend this evening. Joining me tonight, co-commentator, room controller, host, is Dutch Punisher. Hey Dutch, are you there?
Hey. Yes, of course I'm here.
Fantastic. So,
bringing up some more coffee to get awake.
I have got the biggest cup of coffee you have ever seen, and I have more. I have another pot on the go as well for when this one runs out. So I think we're ready to start. As soon as Sexcalibur and Radium, everyone's up. We're good to go. Okay, we can crack on. So,
let's go.
The first map this evening, Fort Despair, we've got Legion top team on the red team, starting from the south spawn. Papa Sten 50B, Left Nut, Grill, EXVL IS4, J6R IS4, Ultra Instinct IS4, Eggy 113, Thomas 113 across the table with M8, Sexcalibur IS4, Boulanger Infernal IS7, The Mates, Battle Hardened IS7, Radium Battle Hardened IS7, Kid Battle Hardened IS7, Mouse Best Sniper, Mouse Legionary, nice to rock the Mouse Legionary camouflage against the Legion clan, and the Red 268. So both teams, very heavy lineups here. Not seeing any mediums on the field. Radium there overexposing a very strong spot for an IS7. Very commanding position. Good hold down. His opposite number, J6R in the IS4. Interesting tank choices there, playing this over B spot. We've got Papa Sten. Ooh, HG roll from Radium into J6R. A bit cheeky. Papa Sten in the 50B. 3 shots in the clip, relocating. Left Nut in the grill, behind the red one, so far back in the backfield. And he is looking across at Radium. Look at that line of fire. One shot, one side of the map to the other, potentially, if he manages to land a shot. But J6R bleeding some hit points there. He's in a bit of a tricky position. It looks like Mouse Best Sniper is getting some brilliant shots across. Eggy in the 113. He's getting dominance across into the corner above the A base. He's going to be squaring up against Kid in the IS7 Battle Hardened. Really look at the minimap. We're seeing mirror pretty much from both teams. Everyone, all the caps are contested. Potentially we could see a push by the Mates into the C cap. We'll be interested to see if they can pull that off. It looks like Legion are not stacked that strongly, although that being said, Ultra Instinct IS4, Thomas Legion 113, they are there to counter push if the Mates, Excalibur and Boulanger Infernal, this IS7, IS4 setup, if they manage to push in. So let's drop down, get the view from some tanks. So the Mates playing very softly on this C flank, the heavy flank here. Both teams seem to be waiting for the other to make a move. The hit points are in the favor of the Mates. J6R has bled quite a bit, but not unnecessarily. He was playing a very tough spot. Radium here in the IS7 Battle Hardened, doing everything in his power to keep this middle of the map spotted and controlled. But Legion are starting to become a bit more dominant here in the northwest corner. We've got Eggy and Papa Sten, and J6R potentially going to be able to make a move. IS7 Battle Hardened driven by Kid and Radium, relatively isolated. They do have Mouse Best Sniper and the Red 268. Close by-ish is the 268 relocating. I think this would be a wise thing to do. It could be a good move with 3 minutes into the game. Both teams playing very cautiously. Read the description below. It'll tell you a bit more about the how to say, the kind of the theme, the attitude, the ethos, the morale that these two teams are coming into this lineup. Both of them sort of on the back foot following from their recent games. But what we're seeing here, Great crossfire from EXVL. It is kicking off on the C-Cap, and the mates did make a concerted push. Ultra Instinct, IS4, EU Twisted Camouflage. Love that. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, look at the swords and axes and the yellow ribbons there. Sexcalibur in the IS4 pushing across. Can Ultra Instinct hold here? He's got left nut in the grill. Sexcalibur in relative isolation, but no, EXVL coming across to support, but he is bleeding hit points. This would be a good time to rotate. Ultra Instinct should let EXVL take the lead here. They should keep that hit point pool fresh. Oh, Thomas Legion, didn't see him there in the 1-1-3. Ultra Instinct bleeding hit points, but Legion as a whole trading much more effectively there. Ultra Instinct getting lots of bounces in. EXVL looking very, very healthy. He can push aggressively. Sexcalibur, Boulandra Infernal, the mates, they're pushing across. Got 2 low hit points, but we've lost Excalibur, we've lost Radium. The gun advantage, it's 2 in the favor of Legion. They're trading effectively, but there goes Ultra Instinct. But that being said, it's Mouse Best Sniper goes down, and we've descended into a brawl. Boulandra Infernal getting pushed. Papasten's going to get the last shot in the clip to finish him off. Yes, he does. Thomas Legion in the 1-1-3, finishing off Kid in the Battle 7, in the IS7 Battle Hardened. It's the mates. He's alone. The red 268, nowhere near the action. And it's all over for the mates. IS7 Battle Hardened here, and potentially all over for the mates team. 6 guns, 7,200 HP versus 1 gun, 1,800 HP. The red spotted, all alone. Let's see if we can get into his view. Oh, Papasten behind him. Papasten on the long reload. The red. Ooh, the red is a one-shot. A good high roll one-shot for a heavy. But I think Left Nut's going to get the kill. Boom! There goes the 268, the red. Great performance by Legion there. Tactical discipline, reacting to the push that the mates threw at them. Really very, very strong, and the damage spread skewed heavily in the favor of Legion. Top team there. So Dutch, were you surprised by the effectiveness of Legion's response to the push?
Actually, I didn't. You know, they're a top clan. They played in Twisted. You know, there has to be something hanging around in their head that they still know what to do. Even if they didn't play for like 1 month or 2. Still, the mates. I didn't took the plan. You know, there were like 3 IS7s or IS4s, IS7/IS4s. Being in the back of C, and what were they supposed to do with that? You know, when they pushed into C, okay, all right, you know, there's something going on with that, but they were just camping in the spawn.
I think, well, the spawn camping made sense, sort of, they were unsure where the Legion were. What confused me was when they capped the base, they then pushed into Legion. I think when they had the cap advantage, they needed to consolidate and force Legion to come to them on their terms. What happened is, they kind of got sucked into Legion's trap. You know, Legion had Left Nut in the grill. They had Thomas in the 1-1-3. They had a lot of DPM, a lot of good high penetration value guns, good DPM guns. And they had the angles of fire, and they were forcing M8 to trade ineffectively by coming into that field of fire. And that was really, it whittled down the mates' hit point pool so quickly. But now, looking at this lineup, we've got J6R in the 50B, triple IS4, Mouse Legionary, and double 1-1-3 for Legion across the field with the mates. Triple IS7, double Mouse, E3, E4. Be very interesting to see, you know, that double American heavy TD setup for the mates, where those tanks are going, how they're going to use that high alpha damage. Worth noting that Legion, pure heavy lineup, a dynamic heavy lineup, to be sure. The 1-1-3s, the Mouse, the IS4, the 50Bs, they're very different tanks, but no TDs, no mediums, no light, no butt shot. Across the table, it's 5 heavies and 2 DDs for the mates. A little bit more balance, but, you know, in terms of mobility, Legion are the more agile team. And now we're looking here. Again, mirrored setups, apart from that the Legion don't have a TD in the back line. We're looking here at the E3 and the IS7 Boulandra Infernal and the red. They are, well, There's Eggy and J6R here from Legion, and there's Eggy's still unspotted. Boulanger Infernal is spotted up. Crossfire, and the mouse best sniper gets reset by Eggy in the B cap. Now we've got Papa Sten in the mouse, EXVL in the IS4. Mouse best sniper having to pull back off the B cap, bleeding hit points. Not a great start for him, although he's consolidated well. And now there's Crossfire coming in. This J6R needs to pull back. He's got Radium's going to be able to get a shot into him. And now J6R is looking very, very low. Radium, the Red, and Boulanger Infernal burning him down. J6R made a misplay there, pushing in on Mouse Best Sniper. They didn't see the E3. They didn't see the extra tanks there. Now Eggy is alone. The mates could capitalize on this. A good push down that flank with Radium and Mouse Best Sniper holding down here. Eggy could get pushed out, but I don't think the mates are going to capitalize on this. It's a gun advantage to the mates. This is a good start. This is a very strong showing. They need to get a win on the board. Probably with their own confidence more than anything else. But now we're going to the C-Cap. We've got Left Nut and Ultra Instinct IS4s. They're going to start the cat pressure ticking over. Who's here from the mates? We've got Kid. We've got the mates in the IS7, in the mouse. They're backed up by Sexcalibur in the E4 off to one side. They're not resetting C. So although Legion are a gun down, they have now got the cap points, and this is where I think Legion are going to do what the mates should have done last game. They're not going to push, especially now that they're a gun down, but they are going to work on consolidating their forces. Thomas Legion taking a big hit there now. EXVL looking very, very low. Papa Sten is going to have to work to keep his gun in the game, but Boulanger Infernal has dropped the speed boost. The Red in the E3s exposed. Now it's going to be a one-on-one. It's going to be Eggy versus Boulanger Infernal. This could make or break the flank. Both tanks bouncing off the chassis of each other. The red not paying any attention, although he does finish off the XVL. Now he needs to turn his attention to Eggy, Ultra Instinct bleeding HP. This is looking very strong for the mates. There are two guns up, one gun up, but Thomas Legion very, very low hit points. Let's see if we can find him before he gets blown up. No, he's shielded, he's well protected. And going over here, Eggy's finished off Boulanger Infernal. No, he's left him. The Red is going to get the kill on Eggy. Is the Red going to get the kill? Yes, he is. Okay, it is 5 guns on to 3. Legion really letting this one slip. A bit of a misplay there by J6R in the 50B. Now we've got Boulanger Infernal. We've got Papa Sten, Ultra Instinct, and Left Nut pincered, surrounded by blue tanks. There's nowhere for them to go. They're going to be showing their rear armor to someone, but they're making a concerted push. They're not giving up. They're focusing Sexcalibur in the IS4. Boulanger Infernal. 80 ram damage from the mouse. Such a heavy tank. Boulanger going to try and finish off Ultra Instinct here. He's got the angle. No. Sexcalibur blocks the shot. Sexcalibur, he's got the clip in. Takes a hit from Ultra Instinct. It gets finished off. The Left Nut finishes off Sexcalibur. Kid Mouse finishes off Papa Sten Mouse. It's Left Nut Legion. The last remaining tank. He is surrounded. Absolutely surrounded. 5 guns. Holding on for dear life. Bounces Boulanger Infernal. But yeah, it's good night Legion top team on this map. The Red gets in a big hit. And Left Nut raising his gun in salute. Ram kill from Boulanger? Perhaps? A ram kill? No. 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 Oh dear. The mates chasing a very low hit point tank around the battlefield there at the end. But a very dominant performance there. I think the undoing of Legion was losing J6R in the 50B so early on. It cost them that outside flank, and they lost map control, and then eventually it cost them their hit point pool in its entirety. Very strong showing though from the mates, capitalizing on the overexposure of some Legion tanks there early on. So, Fort Despair tied up. How are you feeling after seeing those games, Dutch? Do you think are you confident enough to yet say who might take this series?
Well, I am not yet. I'm really, my feelings are going to Legion at the moment. You know, mate, I haven't heard of them for about 1 year, and now they're just rising again, using old players and matching new players with each other. You know, after seeing their results over the last couple of months, it wasn't that well. They kept playing in a bad state, but well, this win, it might be luck, but it might be well, it might be Legion winning this, or just made this luck for this single side map.
Well, I would never put anything down to luck in Blitz apart from the RNG. But no, you're absolutely right. The mates have been a little bit out of the CWC and the Clan War scene for a while. I'm sure everyone at home who's familiar with the mates when they were a more dominant force, or not more dominant, certainly more a more present team, you know, will remember them being led by Nightwalker in the Twister World Cup, at least the online qualifiers in the EU server. I think Nightwalker's now gone over to the EZ, the Easy Clan. I'm not sure. I should probably have a look at that on blitzstars.com. Keep track of, you know, the main CW guys, where they're going in the run-up to Twister. But the mates putting a victory in against Legion top team, you know, they're showing. It's really unfortunate for the mates. You know, they went 4-3 to lose against Unknowns. They lost against Win 4-2. They're currently tying 1-1 with Legion top team. These guys, although they're not getting Blitz League points on the scoreboard, they're showing that they can execute. They're showing what they're capable of, and they're showing that they are contenders. They're just not able to close off a match yet. But dropping into free cam, we're on to Oasis Palms, a much more open map. Looking at Legion in the red team, quadruple IS4, Papasten in the STB1, Eggy and Thomas in the 113s. Hello, new 113 meta. Looking across the table at the mates, blue team, Sexcalibur in the M48 pattern. You'd expect him to be going to C, but the mates are not contesting C. This is going to get Papasten in the pattern, in the STB. That's going to give him a free cap on C, and that is going to be a very strong advantage to Legion. If they don't get YOLO rushed by the mates over A, Papasten should be able to exploit some crossfire, and this could look very, very positive for the Legion. Going through the rest of the mates lineup, though, we're looking at triple IS7, Mouse Legionary, E3, and 268. But it's gonna break down over the A cap. The mates have stacked 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks here. It's looking very promising for the mates if they can make a push, but they're hesitating here. This could be their undoing. However, Sexcalibur in the pattern, he's reacted quite late. He's pushing out across to Papasten. Papasten, can he outplay Sexcalibur? This is a very... Oh, and that's a TD shot there coming across the map. Kid in the 268 missing the shot on Papasten in the STB. Sexcalibur getting a reset on C. Left nut in the IS4 on the city area, taking some damage. The mates trading more effectively here. Sexcalibur not managing to cap C. He's being outplayed by Papasten. Papasten having a very dominant performance here, but he knows that he must guess that he's the target of the 268 in the back line, so he can't push too aggressively, but he's held onto the C cap for Legion. That's giving them 100 cap point advantage. And there we go. It's... Oh, someone's coming across. It's Left Nut coming across Sexcalibur, dropping the speed boost. He's having to get out of dodge. But Kid in the 268, he's come forward to support. Papasten holding in there. Legion need to finish off Sexcalibur. Otherwise, Papasten is going to get pushed by these two tanks. And there he is, landing a hit on Papasten. And it's Kid pushing aggressively. They're using that full hit point pool. He's going to take a hit from Left Nut potentially. Oh, HE for 18 hit points. What a low roll. He's going to be disappointed by that. And this flank here, this could be where it makes or breaks, but we've got to go and have a look now at the heavy flank. Left Nut and Papasten here, brawling Kid and Sexcalibur on the other side of the map. It's Legion and, well, Mouse Best Sniper getting a hit on Thomas Legion. Eggy potentially, yes, getting a hit on Mouse Best Sniper. We're breaking down into a brawl here. This is where most of the guns are. This is where most of the action is happening. And here we have Ultra Instinct. He's down. He's almost down. He's hanging on for dear life. Radium is probably going to finish him off. Yes, Radium finished him off. It's 3 guns down from Legion, 2 guns down from the mates. I take that back. It's 4 on 4. Legion still 250 cap points in the clear. All 4 of their tanks on this side of the map. Radium and the red need to hold on. Kid and Sexcalibur need to come across to support them. Legion, they've got the dominant position in terms of forces, but They need to push. They need to push. They need to push now, or they're going to get pincered. J6R, low hit points. Thomas Legion. The call is Radium. Radium's getting burnt down. Eggy, Thomas Legion pushing, but Kid in the 268 takes down J6R. EXVL finishes off Radium. Now the red in E3 is going to get burnt down. Eggy needs to get past him before he reloads. They need to finish off the red. That lack of a turret proving to be the red's undoing. Now it's 3 guns onto Sexcalibur and the Patton. Very healthy. Well, 538 hit points. It's it's relatively healthy. Healthy enough considering how low everyone else is on the field. Legion with more hit points, with more armor, but the mates with the cap. But there's 3 minutes to play. Thomas gets a hit, takes one in return. Oh, this is close. Sexcalibur will have him on the reload. Thomas has to play ultra conservative here. This is Sexcalibur's view. Oh, Sexcalibur gets the kill on Thomas. Now EXVL is in a world of trouble. He's going to get pushed potentially by... Okay, look at this. Sexcalibur in the pattern. A brilliant game here, playing the ridge. The Kid misses. If EXVL can finish off the Kid, yes he can. Now he needs to protect himself while he reloads. Sexcalibur knows he has the drop. Oh, EXVL not angling effectively. Sexcalibur getting the kill. Brilliant game there by everyone. All parties. No real mistakes or mishaps. Great tactical play right until the very end. The mates...
Yeah, well played by the 268 and the pattern together by mate, but I saw tons of bouncing going on the STB1. Papa Stan had tons of luck there. You know, when they already finished the STB, it could have been very, very much faster. You know, the 268 could when they killed the STB1 quicker. It should have been way more easier for mate to win this one.
The
IS4 like Lefnut had some time to come and help him.
Well, certainly, you know, Sexcalibur there in the pattern. 5 kills, you know, brilliant performance by him. GG, really good rotation. But the unsung hero of the mates is the red in the E3. 3.3k damage. He was the bulwark of the team there, locking down that flank, doing the damage, really buying them the time to get stuck in. And this gives the mates a 2-1 lead over Legion top team. So it'll be very, very interesting to see now how Legion respond to this. They'll be very keen to get a win in here, as are the mates. Both teams desperately needing to put points in their pockets for the leaderboard. But now we're looking across at the lineups. Legions, triple IS4, 268, Papasten back in the STB, and double 113s again. The mates, E50M, triple IS7, Mouse Legionary 268, E3, the red, hoping for another big game in the E3 there. And now Sexcalibur in the E50M going out to the C flank, Papasten also going to the C flank, Lefnut in the 268. Looking wide over that field. They're anticipating the E50M coming into that area. Mouse, best sniper, pushing up into the traditional mouse spot in the city area. He'll be locking down the B cap for the mates, making sure that Legion can't push aggressively. The triple IS7 lineup of the mates. Look at the
E50M just being not aggressive. Actually, I thought the mouse was all the way pushing towards the B, but it looked like that, but it wasn't that. So GG.
Well, I think it's well, I mean, Sexcalibur, he's proven himself in the last game to be an extremely competent player, and he's wise. He knows that there's going to be a 268 somewhere in the backfield covering Papasten in the SDB, and he's playing cautiously as a result. But he's trying to draw those guys out again, and this time we've got the E3 here, the red, wonderful pink camouflage, looking out, covering Sexcalibur. So a turn of tables now where we've got Legion's medium pushing out with TD cover on the mates medium with TD cover. And
the STB and 268 are pushing now into the E50M trying to get C.
Yeah.
If this fits, that's 1,000 hit points and less for Sten.
Yeah, so Sten takes a big hit. Sexcalibur takes a big hit. Left Nut takes a big hit. The E3's positioning here is just perfect. Hit points wise, it's neck and neck. Both teams, their mediums taking a big damage below half HP. And Sexcalibur is now a one-shot. This could be the edge that Legion need, and we've got Thomas Legion in the WZ113. He's flexing, he's making a move to shore up this C flank. What Legion need to do now is cap C, dominate this flank, and make sure that they don't get pushed here over the A and B cap. And this is quite concerning because we've got E3, Triple IS7, and Mouse in the city area up against Triple IS4 and 113. Legion are at risk of a rush here. If I were Legion, although I'm not, and I'm definitely nowhere near as good a leader as Thomas, that thing is for sure, but I would expect, well, certainly I would be thinking, once Legion push the C flank, they need to get their heavy tanks to pull back to avoid the rush by the mates. And this is, we're seeing now.
Yeah, well, all the tanks are rotating to the A, and actually, yeah, they're going into A now.
Yeah, so that
the WZ and the STB1 are on C, so they might get some crossfire, but the tanks are going quite fast.
Yeah, this is what I was afraid of for Legion. As soon as they started telegraphing their positions in C, look at this push. What a brilliant push by mates. And J6R, big damage coming in here. Mouse best sniper coming on the rear flank. J6R is down. Great focus fire by the mates. Ultra Instinct and EXVL are going to be now next. There's no one really to support him. Legion should focus on finishing off Sexcalibur. It's going to be Papa Sten potentially getting that kill. Yes, it is, but Ultra Instinct is taken down by Mouse best sniper. EXVL takes down Kid. It's 2 guns apiece. But Legion do have the cap lead, but they're about to lose EXVL, who was their healthiest tank, but now he's down to 676. Driver and gunner down. Who's getting this in here? It's Eggy in the 113 and Left Nut in the 268. EXVL isn't alone. They can bleed. If they can take down this Mouse, and if they can finish off... Now, Eggy desperately needs to finish off the IS-7. It's 4 on 4. The hit point lead and the cap point lead and the cap are in the favor of Legion. Legion are going to do quite well to come back from this, though. And there we go. Left Nut finishing off the mates. Boulanger Infernal. He could potentially be the next target. But Radium finishes off Eggy. It's still 3 on 3, but Left Nut, very, very strong position. Let's see where the other tanks are. Thomas... Oh, Papa Sten finishing off the E3, saving Thomas's bacon. But Thomas takes a big hit by Radium there. Radium looking healthy, Boulanger Inferno looking healthy. But these guys are pincered. Legion need to keep Thomas safe. Thomas needs to get hull down. What's Thomas going to do? They're distracting Thomas and Papa Sten pincering here. I think Papa Sten's going to focus on Boulanger, but he doesn't get the shot in. Thomas gets the shot into Radium, turns him into a one-shot, but... Radium finishes off Thomas. Legion can take this. Whoa, Boulanger Infernal missing on Papa Sten there. Left Nut in the 268 finishing off Boulanger. Surely Legion have this one. Papa Sten's going to get in behind Radium. Radium's fired at Left Nut. Left Nut's got too much HP and Papa Sten comes in for the last kill. Fantastic performance there. Really, really excellent push by the mates and a very strong effort by Legion to hang in there long enough to support to come across from the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
So
totally agree with your coordination and yeah, well, it's like you start the game, you don't know where the enemy is going. You have to find out where the enemy is going, and when you're doing a great job, like mate, pushing in like that, that's just GG for them.
Mm-hmm. It was, and well, the mates, that push, I mean, that was always the risk with Legion. Kind of, the mates flexed well. So Legion pushed across into C. The mates flexed in to take the city caps, you know, to rush Legion. As soon as they knew that Legion had some guns out in the med flank, they knew, okay, we've got the gun advantage. But Legion, it's not easy to take them down. You know, these guys, I mean, literally are pros. They're taking part in paid tournaments. And they're not easy to take down, even if you've got a gun advantage. And their ability to hold on and then to exploit, you know, the kind of positioning that the M8s left themselves in. Because M8s pushed in big Iron Fist, barreling across the dunes there. smashing Legion apart initially, but then losing a bit of coordination, and Legion able to kind of effect a pincer, certainly with Abstainers and in the STB and Leftnut in the 268 towards the end there. That gave them the edge, the angles, the mate heavy tanks not able to deal with both flanks simultaneously, and that proved to be their undoing. But now we're just getting ready. We're moving on to the next map, which is Vineyards. We're going to have the mates green starting on the south spawn, Legion red starting on the north spawn. Reminder to those of you watching at home, it's the first team to 4 victories that takes the series. So if we go 1-1 on this map, we're going to be going to the playoff map of Himmelsdorf. Looking at the lineups though, both teams taking a bat chat. Very, very standard call. Legion, red team, double IS4, double 268, double 113. Some favorite tanks on display here. The mates, bat chat, triple IS7, mouse, 268, E5. Dropping into free cam. Kid, bat chat 25T, dropping the speed boost. Only person from Legion to drop the speed boost is Eggy. So it looks like the Kid is gonna beat Abstainers to the punch in terms of bat chats capping the A and B. That's gonna give the advantage initially to the mates. But our Legion in their positioning, is their strategy going to be stronger? Certainly no damage exchange so far, half a minute in to this 7-minute game. Thomas Legion unspotted, spotting across here. Thomas is going to encounter Radium. Thomas, the leader for Legion. Radium, I believe, the leader for the mates team in this particular instance. So the mates, they can play defensively. And we've got the red, the IS7 here, backing up Radium. Boulanger Infernal in the E5, using that strong turret, using the good gun depression. He's keeping this middle area under check. We've got the double 268s from Legion in the backfield. Really, look at this. We've got J6R looking right, and then we've got Leftnut going left, like that. Abstainers in the batchat in the city. He's flexed very far to go back from the cap. Ultra Instinct IS4, Eggy 113. Now Ultra Instinct to start at the C cap, and I don't think Legion, mates have anyone in position to contest this. The mates IS7 has got Ultra Instinct. He had him spotted, not anymore. Legion with the double cap. EXVL taking a bit of fire there in the middle, but it's okay. The Legion are in a very strong position. J6R providing the overwatch cover there to Thomas and to EXVL. And now Abstainers dropping the speed boost for the second time this game, making his way across the field. He's going to support. He's potentially seeing the mismatch here in the numbers that Legion are potentially weak on the A flank, and Thomas is getting pushed. Hit there from the red in the IS7. Hit points 2.5k in the favor of the mates. They haven't taken a single point of damage yet, and Legion have 3 tanks down. However, they do have 2 caps, and they do have a 100 cap point advantage at the moment. And that being said, Boulanger takes the first hit. Mo in the IS4. This is the spot you were mentioning in the last series, Dutch. This spot here under the cap in encounter mode. Quite OP for an IS4, IS7. Oh, look at that bounce. Brilliant turret rotation by EXVL. It was more OP than this, but now EXVL having to work very hard. Radium's going to be pushing across the ridge, looking to get a shot in. Can he get the gun depression down? He doesn't want to overcommit. He doesn't want to overextend. Now we've got the mates going for C-cap. And the mates in the city getting C-cap. And Thomas Legion goes down. It's the red with the kill on Thomas Legion. That's not good for Legion. Not good at all. They're potentially going to lose the cap lead if they can't rescue it, because they've lost C and now they're losing A. So Legion's cap points are frozen. And they're a gun down and 2.5k HP down, almost 3k HP down actually. Leftnut bleeding HP. I wonder how Legion are going to come back from this, if at all. I don't think they have the coordination. I don't think they have the hit points in the bank to come back. There's only 60 cap points on the clock. EXVL is going down, and this will give the game to mates. Brilliant play there. And some guns going down from mates at the end, but too little too late. And Yes, really well played by the mates to get the cap lead and dominate the open flank. Legion just not able to flex fast enough to respond to that push by the mates there in the end.
Well.
Do you have any... I mean, did you see anyone who played an extremely strong game in that match?
No, there was actually no one. They were just good teamwork and they pushing together. What I mentioned in the game was that mates really keep their hit points. They were just literally not losing any hit. What the fuck? Any hit points in the start of the game, and that was GG that made them having the hit points for the push, and early GG to make this game.
It was definitely you know, that initial trading. You know, I thought, okay, Legion, they're not trading effectively, but they've done it for the advantage of the cap points. But then they weren't able to shore themselves up in strong defensive positions, and that meant the mate with the hit point lead were able to build the gap even bigger. And as soon as they got that flank, when they took down Thomas, that then gave them the angles to put all of the other Legion players in a tough position. And then Legion were really, you know, very falling to disorganization in the end. You know, too many different threats and possible moves by the mates to deal with at any one time. And the mates able to secure a very, very convincing win on that map. But now we've swapped the spawns. We're going to see the mates coming from the north spawn, Legion coming from the south spawn. Legion have to win this one, or the mates will be putting their first win on the board. The mates will be feeling very, very confident going into this one. They're coming up against Legion top team, and they're doing an excellent job. So let's see, you know, especially, you know, the reputation of Legion top team precedes them. They've been to the Twister offline finals 2016, 2017. Maybe they are a bit out of practice, you know, after the WarGaming's official Pro League. Maybe they've left it a bit too long, but the same could be said of the mates. But this is a new team we're seeing from the mates, headed up by Radium. Worth noting that I believe Radium wasn't in their first match against Unknowns, and that could have been a make or break factor if he is the caller. So I believe we're ready to go.
Yes, and we're rolling in.
Absolutely. So looking here, Papa Sten, Batchat 25T, Leftnut IS4, Ultra Instinct IS4, EXVL IS7, J6R IS7, Eggy 113, Thomas 113. Across on the mate side, Kid, Batchat 25T, Belander Infernal IS7, the mates IS7, Radium IS7, Mouse Best Sniper in the Mouse Legionary tank. Love that camo.
And that was the setup.
Sexcalibur 268 and the red back in the E3. He is going to be hoping for another strong game, but it's this time it's Legion with the first cap. They're into B before Kid in his Batchat is into A. And Papa Sten there, he is going to be giving Legion the initial lead. But Legion are not contesting C. Legion are looking for a strong move over the open flank. They do have Leftnut in the encounter cap spot that you were mentioning earlier, Dutch. Is it still OP? Is he going to risk getting overexposed, because we've got Mouse Best Sniper, Radium, potentially getting him in crossfire, but there's a big hit on the mates. Papa Sten though in the Batchat taking some fire as he's moving. Sexcalibur in the 268 telling the E3 to move back. The E3, yeah, he needs to listen to his, he needs to listen to Sexcalibur. The E3 potentially alone. He's got a little bit of cover behind him, but now it's the mates who are not trading effectively. The E3 in isolation. The E3 probably the target of Legion. Oh, yes, the ram kill. E3 is going down. The Legion not wasting any time, burning the red down, getting an early gun advantage, and moving on the A cap as well at the same time. J6R in the IS7. It's all kicking off. Sexcalibur, he's in trouble now. He's spotted. He's pulling back on the reload. Papa Sten, one shot in the clip. Spotted, very unhealthy, going for the long reload now. Sexcalibur popping up. He's got a full shot. Is he going to hit into XVL? Yes, he is, but he takes one in return. Legion looking strong in this game. So that's the right flank. What's happening over on the left flank? We've got the Kid Batchat. He's got 2 shots in the clip, 1 shot in the clip. He's targeting Thomas. Thomas dropping down. It's Thomas and Ultra Instinct on Mouse Best Sniper. Eggy in the 113 finishing off the meds in the IS7. Mouse Best Sniper certainly going to get finished off next. Ultra Instinct bypassing him. Thomas Legion getting the kill on Mouse Best Sniper. Now we've got The Kid unloading into Ultra Instinct. Is he going to finish him off? No, yes, almost. And it's down to Radium in the IS-7 to finish off Ultra Instinct. It's 5-on-2 now. Legion, a very strong showing. Radium the target. We've got Eggy, Leftnut, Thomas, and J6R burning him down. Thomas for the kill. Thomas gets the kill. Now it's the Batchat 25T Kid, the only man on the field, pushing on the isolated EXVL in the IS-7. Can the Kid do it? Unlikely he's going to win it, but will he be able to burn down EXVL? EXVL rotating that chassis. He's moving slowly. The Kid is staying safe. And I think that is GG to Legion. What a push. What a performance there. Taking down the E3. Focus fire. Target priority. Absolutely unparalleled. And we're seeing the top team back on form to tie this up 3-3. Just having another sip of coffee there.
Another one.
More. You could never have too much coffee, in my opinion. But looking at the scoreboard here, great damage performance by Legion. Really strong game by Ultra Instinct, leading the damage table. Radium as well, having quite a strong game. The E3, I think he got himself out of position. It was Excalibur in the 268 who spotted that early on, but the E3 was isolated, didn't have anywhere really to go to. And that initial positioning opened up the flank for Legion. And the same thing that happened to Legion, losing that flank, then getting in too many crossfires, too many fields of fire, it happened to the mates. Almost exactly the same, to be honest. So really, really great performance by the mates first time round on that map, and then Legion on the second time round. So now we're tied 3-3, very, very tense. We're going into the tiebreaker, Himmelsdorf, the 4-cap strat map, all city, very little undulating terrain, very little medium favoring terrain, shall we say. So we can expect super aggressive lineups here. And I think if we're going to see a bit of a crazy strat, this might be the time Legion break it out. Look at the lineup they've got in at the moment. We're seeing 4 IS-4s, 3 113s. If anyone's telegraphing a YOLO push with that lineup, it'll be Legion. But with Legion, it's never a YOLO. It's always precision executed. Looking across at the mates, much more diversity on display. They're still deciding their lineups, but from the look of it, they will be more diverse. And this is quite risky from the Legion. This is a tiebreaker. So you'd expect that the Legion know the drill, that this is a strategy they feel very, very comfortable with. The tiebreaker is not the time to get experimental. And perhaps that's what they're anticipating. Maybe they are expecting the mates to do something like what we're seeing here, a mixture of heavies, mediums, and TDs. And one Iron Fist push by Legion might be all that is required to finish them off. Okay. Just waiting on Boulanger Infernal and Mouse Best Sniper to ready up. Having some lineup changes here.
Yes, the red is going out, I guess, because of its very good move on Vineyards. But yeah, well, sometimes these things happen. He says that he has ping, so might be another issue.
Well, having ping is not good, even in a random game. But it's worth bearing in mind, actually, that sometimes it's not the player, it can be the strategy. In clan wars, you're not your own entity, you're the team's entity. And sometimes when you're in a bad position, it's not because you're a bad player, it's because the strategy, for whatever reason, isn't working in your favor. So, no shade on the red there, but certainly Legion exploiting that E3 position on Vineyards on the previous match. Just waiting on Radium to ready up. He's probably making sure everyone is set to go in the right tank. Yeah, and we are seeing a more diverse lineup here by the mates. We've got Excalibur 113, the Imam IS-7, the mates IS-7, Mouse Best Sniper Mouse, Radium potentially taking the IS-7, Kid in the 268, Boulanger Infernal in the E5, Legion all heavy, all low slung, good gun heavy, This is going to be interesting. Now, I wonder what the mates are thinking. They've just seen the lineup now for the first time. How are they going to react to this? Because this is not a lineup that you are used to seeing. Certainly the mates probably have never faced anything like this in a clan war situation on the Himmelsdorf map before, going into free camp. Just reiterating, this is a 4-cap map. It's bigger. There's more pressure points to think about. It's easier to divide forces. But here we are. We've got the Imam, IS7, first spotted up with Ultra Instinct and Eggy. Now the mates and Sexcalibur are going in unspotted into the D cap. Legion, though, first into the cap, getting the cap pressure. The mates, though, they're going to secure C. They're potentially going to secure D. Yes, they are. This puts the mates in the cap pressure advantage. Left nut is going for A. No one from the mates contesting him there on A. This means that the mates know that there's at least one tank of Legion on A, possibly two. They need to be very aggressive. But look at this. Legion being ultra conservative. Radium calling for help. He's potentially leading the charge. No tank spotted on either team. Who's going to flex best? The mates lead by just under a kill. It's 1 kill. Okay, Thomas spotted. Mouse best sniper spotted. Eggy spotted. This is going to be a game of a battle of wits. Thomas, commander for Legion. Okay, and the first damage is done. Mouse best sniper taking a hit. It's only 1 hit. It's not definitive. The question is, who's going to push from where? Where is the action going to kick off? Who is going to have the most tanks in the right position when it comes down to it? Ultra Instinct taking a bit of fire there. He's got view down that lane. Look at the mates. They're not even in D. Who is going to push first? Who is going to push effectively? Who is going to react? This is a pressure cooker of a situation. Kid in the 268. Look at him sat in the back. He's got Sexcalibur 113, Radium IS7 off to his right. Doesn't have to worry about his flank. He is concentrated solely on that long line of fire down to the D cap. And it's Legion in D. Who is in D? It's Eggy in D. The mates calling for help. This could be where it kicks off because Legion are now going to take the cap lead. It's going to be Mouse best sniper pushing across, but there's huge crossfire. This looks like a great start for Legion. They've got guns in the right places. They've got angles. They've got 3 caps. They just have to protect their hit points. Boulangerie Infernal in the E5 is in a bit of a dangerous position here. He's got to pull back. He's tracked. EXVL might be able to get another shot in. The mates, Imam and Kid. Oh, but Radium finishes off Papa Sten. So it's 1 gun down a piece. Sexcalibur's looking low. Thomas is going to be looking to finish him off. Thomas finishes off Sexcalibur. EXVL pushing into Radium now. It's going down, and I am going to be banking on Legion to take home the victory here. Radium surrounded by 4 red tanks. Eggy to get the kill. EXVL gets the kill. J6R taking down Boulangerie Infernal. It's 3 guns on 5, but the caps are the cap advantage is strongly in the favor of Legion. Big hit by the Kid into J6R. Left nut. Okay, the Kid's pulling back. It's the Imam.
I think this is a GG by Legion.
Yeah, GG. Look at the cap points. Strong lead here. The mates will have to burn down J6R, EXVL, and do something about the caps. But look at that, 3 in the favor of Legion. Strong performance by Legion. Oh, that is going to be so disappointing for the mates. But such a sigh of relief for Legion top team. Unbelievably close game. Really, really close. 4-3 there to Legion in the end. Boiling down to that pressure cooker match on Himmelsdorf, the tiebreaker. Legion taking the initiative, seizing the decap, forcing the mates into bad positions, getting punishing crossfire in, taking guns out, and securing the match quite convincingly. So brilliant performance there by all teams. And commiserations to the mates. They've still got 4 matches to play in the round robin phase. Theoretically, if they take all 4 of those home, they could still make the semi-finals. Legion, now having played 3, won 2, lost 1, are actually in a very comfortable position. And for them, their campaign is now underway, and they will certainly be feeling much, much better about everything to do with the BPL and their performances so far. So huge thank you to Dutch Punisher for controlling the room and joining me here in the commentator box. Dutch, what do you think about the mates, bearing in mind they've lost their first three matches so far in the BPL?
Well, I haven't seen the matches before this one, but this looks really convincing, and they done a great job against the Legion top team. GG to them. They kept them triggered, and sadly they lost. You know, Legion was just better in Himmelsdorf. There was no hesitation there.
It was certainly, you know, Legion showing dominance on that map. And I feel bad for the mates because they're playing good. You know, they lost to the Legion top team 4-3. They lost to the Unknowns, who are like currently top of the table by games played. You know, two games played, 2 wins, but they lost 4-3. And then they lost to Win, who are also top of the table, joint points with the Unknowns. They lost 4-2. So they're not getting beaten like by a big margin. They're being ultra competitive, and they really deserve some points in the win column because, you know, the current scoreline doesn't reflect what they're capable of. And I think, you know, maybe it's the maps, maybe it's a little bit of being a bit out of practice, but judging on their performance so far yesterday and this evening, they're definitely going to be a team to watch in the Twisted preliminaries. But congratulations to Legion top team. You can celebrate that small win there over the mates. Thank you once again to Dutch Punisher for setting up the room, making all this possible. Also, for everyone who doesn't know, Dutch Punisher and Satan, also from the Legion clan, these guys are the organizers and coordinators of the Blitz Pro League. So without their initial initiative and hard work, we wouldn't be where we are today. So if you see them in battle, say hi, give them a big thank you, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night for more of the same on the Blitz Events Community's Blitz Pro League. That's all for now. Bye.
See ya.